Today we are gonna embroider. Today we're gonna sublimate some Silky Sox. You see my sublimation printers right here. Got the SG1000 and we got the Epsom F570 right there. Didn't even put ink in that yet. Can you guys believe that? But waiting for a surprise, so stay tuned for that. You guys could probably guess what it is. It's a large format printer. Waiting for that because I want to be able to press the whole shirt. But anyway, let's go into Sawgrass Creator Studio. But before we go into that, Heat Transfer House is having a sale. Let me show you guys the sale going on in Heat Transfer House right now. Let's navigate to the website. All right, guys, look at this sale right here. You guys can click right here and you guys can see the sales going on right over here. All right, save up to $125 on selected printers and inks, guys. All right, so let's navigate over to equipment. Let's navigate to sublimation printers and let's navigate to Sawgrass. Let's click that Sawgrass button right there. And let's see what sales we got. All right, so right now you can get a Sawgrass SG1000 for $1,469 on sale. This stuff never really goes on sale, but right now they're having a sale, right? So let's see how much it costs with the bypass tray. All right, first of all, you can get that's for the 500. Let's go ahead. All right, the bypass tray bundle right now, Sawgrass SG1000 sublimation printer with the bypass tray, $1,720.99. That's what I would recommend that you guys buy because it's the best value for your money and you have everything covered because you can do large format as well as those small format. So first of all, since I did the sublimation socks video a little time ago where I sublimated my Overbrook High School socks and I made the Overbrook High School hoodies now, I have been getting a lot of, and this is straight off the cuff off video, just letting you guys know what it is because we're talking about making money here, right? I've been getting a lot of orders for sublimation socks, and a friend of mine, this order that I'm doing right now is for a friend of mine I went to high school with, and she actually is a Eagles agent, and she requested that I make some Eagles socks, and she bought some Overbrook socks along with the Overbrook hoodie. So I got her hoodie made, the Overbrook High School hoodie. You guys already saw me embroidering. I already made a video embroidering that. Made the socks for her already, but now we're gonna make the Eagle socks to top it all off. It's nice, big. Appreciate you. So let's dive into Sawgrass Creator Studio and let me show you guys how this is done. So first things first, we're in Creator Studio, and I always tell you, when you know you're about to sublimate something, make sure you go and open up your print manager system. Open it up and have it running in the background. All right, so now that we got print manager launched and open in the background, we're going to go over here to our photo gallery, to galleries. Then we're going to click on our images and we're going to import the new image that we got. So we press add image right here, press upload right here, and then we're going to navigate on our computer and find the image that we just created. All right, so let me go. I know it's on a folder in my desktop, so Eagle Socks element, Eagles socks GIF. There it is. Boom. I'm gonna open that up and it's gonna open up. There it is right there. Excellent. I'm gonna save it. All right, save. If I scroll all the way down, it's right there. All right, so it's right there. All right, so now I'm gonna start creating and I'm gonna print this out on my SG1000 right here. So I'm gonna go to my favorites. What I do in my Sawgrass Creator Studio is when I find the paper size that I normally work with, I save that paper size to my favorites. So when I go to favorites, I can see that I have my 13 by 19 portrait mode saved there. So click on that, it loads up into the workspace. So then I go to galleries right here, my galleries. That's where all our images are. Then I go to my image, click on my image. You guys can pause this if I'm talking too fast, all right? But I've done this so many times that I'm talking a little bit fast, but let me slow down. All right, so after you go to your galleries, you click on your images, and then you press the last image that you uploaded should be the first one that shows up. So I'm gonna click on that, and it populates into the area right here. And since I have so much space, actually, I really should take the outline off. I don't want the outline of the template off. So give me a second, guys. I'm going to re-export this because I don't want the outline. See the little squares right here? I don't want that to show in my image. So give me a second. Let me get that out of my image. All right, guys, I re-exported it without the border around the sock area. So let me just quickly go to my favorites again, 13 by 19, then go to galleries, and then go to images, and there's our new image. Click on it once and it populates right there, and there's our new image without the borders. That's exactly what we want. But what I'm gonna do is, because I'm printing on 13 by 19 paper, I'm not gonna waste any paper because somebody else might want this design. So I'm gonna press over here, I'm gonna press duplicate, and it's gonna duplicate the design. I'm gonna bring another one right down below the first one, so we're taking advantage of all of our real estate right there. So we got 2 pairs of socks on one sheet, one for me and one for my client, right? Because you don't want the client to have all the fun. So next you go to print. It's all set, ready to go. Then I'm gonna select the Sawgrass that's online. It's gonna be SG1000, it's gonna say online. Sawgrass SG1000 ready to go. See that when it says ready? We wanna go, yeah, Wi-Fi ready. That's the one we're looking for, Wi-Fi ready. All right, got that clicked. All right, then we got our Super B paper. That's right, because we're using a bypass tray, tray 1. Select bypass tray, because I'm using the 13 by 19 tray paper, and the 13 by 19 paper, and it loads up into the bypass tray. So you're gonna click bypass tray if you get that super bundle like I told you to. That's the one you want to get because it lets you be able to print large images, full chest kind of deal. All right, so we're pressing on the polyester, and we're using we're gonna use text print R. I always just use text print R. I don't know why, I just always do that. All right, so we're gonna put on vivid because it's not a photograph, and we're gonna press print right there. And now that I'm thinking, we got the 4 images, and it's actually not, it's actually all 4 images is for one sock, right? It's for one pair of socks, because it's actually not 2 pairs of socks, because one side, one image presses onto one side and the other image presses onto the other side. So 4 images is only for 1 pair of socks. So I'm glad I did that. Yeah, thinking this thing out, right? So then after we press print, we got the message that popped up. We click OK, and then we're gonna hit print manager, and print manager is just so it can open up in the front. And then when it loads up, we're gonna send it to print. So let's wait till print manager pops up. It'll pop up in just one moment. Just like that, print manager popped up, open. And what you can do at this point is, this is the beauty of sublimation printing, right? If you want to be more efficient, and say you only pressed 1 to get print out, you can put more sheets of paper in your bypass tray, right? And you can go right over here to jobs, and you can press 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can print out more pieces, more sheets, right? So in this case, I know that one whole sheet with 4 images on it is gonna do 1 pair of socks. So if I want to do 2 socks, I can just go to jobs, and I can type in 2, and it'll print out 2 sheets of those, 2 pieces of those paper, right? So yeah, just something useful if you want to be more efficient in your workflow and don't want to print out 1 by 1 by 1. You can print out 1 now and print out another one, save 1 for later, right? Okay, so but in this case, I'm just gonna print out 1. Actually, I'm gonna print out 2 because, I don't know, room for error or something. I'm gonna print out 4 pieces actually. So I'm gonna press, and then I'm gonna press print right here. Here we go, guys. We are cooking on gas right here. All right, here. So the first one is done. Let's take it out and look, see what it looks like. Here we go, guys. Got our first print right here. Looking good, looking crispy. Man, that detail is excellent. You guys see that? See how crisp those lines are? I can't wait to sublimate this on and see what it looks like. These lines are crisp. No PNGs, guys. Got to use GIFs. All right, GIFs. Name the other file formats that you can use in the comments down below, guys, to get crispy printouts on your sublimation printer, please. The hard part is done. Now it's time to get our craft on. First thing we're gonna need, our Silky Sox. Heat transfer house link down below. Put these to the side. We're gonna need some heat tape. We're gonna need some butcher paper, and we're gonna need some scissors. Let's go ahead and cut out our butcher paper. I only need this much because, right, for top and bottom. So I'm gonna cut that out right here. Right here. Boom. We're gonna need 2 pieces. One for the bottom platen, one to put at the bottom of the socks to protect the bottom of the platen. All right. and one for the top. And the reason why I use that is because with sublimation in this process, for those that don't know, right, your ink turns into gas and the gas travels. And if you do not use butcher paper for the top and the bottom, your heat press will get sublimated on. All right, so now we got that. We need our designs. All right, so we got our designs. Let's just go ahead and we are going to, I hope I didn't make this too big. It looks like the eagle at the top might be too big. We're about to find out now. If it is, then we're gonna have to do this over. But let me see. Ooh, might be too big, I don't know. We'll use a jig and we'll see. We got these jigs right here, these sublimation sock jigs that we can use, and that actually widens the sock up just a little bit so it'll be the perfect size for our transfers. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to load my sock into this jig right here. All right, and then we can do both sides. All right. All right, guys. Now, in some instances, you want to be careful how you load your image onto the paper, right? I mean, how you load your image onto your sock. In some instances, in this instance, it doesn't really matter because my image is the same thing on both sides. But if you have like an image, like my other image, Overbrook High School image, right? It has something different on one side of the sock versus something different on the other side of the sock. Then you want to load it in such a way so you want to be careful what it displays on each side of the sock. So you can take the bottom of the sock and you know you're going to wear your socks like this, right? So you want that correct image to appear on this side versus the correct image to appear on this side, especially if you have text. It might have somebody's name right here or somebody's name right here, and on the inside of the sock, which is your inner ankle leg, you want it to display something different, right? So you got to be careful how you load this up. But in this instance, it doesn't matter because it's just images. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking through my sock, and I'm going to cut real close to the top right here so that I can make sure. In this case, it works fine because there's nothing else on there. So I'm going to make sure I put that eagle right here. Right at the bottom of this lip right here of the sock is the top of the eagle right here, and that's going to be nice and straight right there. Perfect. I'm going to go ahead and leave that right there, line it up nicely, and that's perfect right there. And I'm going to do the same thing for this side right here. Cut close to here. I'm going to go ahead and line this up right at the bottom of there also. Nice and good. Somebody's outside riding their motorcycles. I don't know if you guys could hear that on the video or not, but I'm gonna line it up right there, and we are ready to press the first one. All right, this is pretty much set up, guys. Sorry about that. I had a phone call, had to run outside and get a shipment. You guys will see that video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But let's finish up our socks. In the background, I've had my heat press heating up 400 degrees. We're gonna put it at 60 seconds. So let's go over it and we'll press the first side of our Eagles Silky Sox. I can't wait to see how these comes out. After we press that one side, we're going to come back over and we are going to press the other side. I might as well just cut this part out right here. All right, here we go. Normally I use my Walla press, my favorite press, but this is already heated up, so we're just going to go ahead and use the Ricoma press, which I love also, but that's not my favorite press. So you see me lay down my sheet first. Lay down my sheet first because I don't want to mess up my my heat press platen, right? So then I'm going to put my other sock on here, right? And by the way, I'm not pressing these with heavy pressure. I'm pressing them with light pressure. A lot of people press with heavy pressure. I press my sublimation socks with light pressure, all right? So I like it better like that because it doesn't stretch the socks out too much. So I'm going to press down 60 seconds and then we are done, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. All right, here we go, and I'm not going to let it pop up. Just going to bring it up slowly like that, let that steam come out, and then we're going to check it out. We're just going to let the heat dissipate a little bit more before we pull it up to prevent ghosting of our image. All right, just going to fan that out. Got the sun setting in the background, looking good right there. All right, now we're just gonna peel it off. Ooh, look at that, looking good. Ooh, look at that, looking clean. The crisp lines on that. Let me get close up for you guys. You guys see how crisp those lines are right there on that silky sock? You guys see that? Do you guys see that is all I'm trying to say. Do you guys see that? Yes, that's what I'm talking about with the Silky Sox. Let's do the other side. Stop playing. Man, I don't think y'all understand. I like these so much, I'm definitely gonna make myself a pair. I don't normally do that, but like, I want to turn some light on so you guys can understand a little bit better. Hold on. All right, we got a little bit of clarity on here. Do you guys see how crisp this image looks right here? Do you see how crisp that looks? I don't know if you guys can see how crisp that image is when you use the right file format. When you use the right file format, this is how crisp your lines come out with sublimation. All right. In the comments down below, what are the right file formats to use so that your sublimation comes out with crispy lines like I have in mine, nice and crispy like that. All right, we got to help each other here. All right, I use a .gif file. All right, so here we go. Sublimation socks, Silky Sox, heat transfer house, links down below. And right now is a perfect time. If you're not in the game, if you don't have a sublimation printer, it's the perfect time for you guys to get one because Heat Transfer House has that sale going on. So grab your sublimation printer and grab your Silky Sox and sublimate with your boy. Use my Heat Transfer House link in the description down below, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. Look. Man, look at it. Look. Stop playing. Yeah, guys. I think it is safe to assume that I'm officially addicted to sublimation once again. Once you know the file format and you export your image out, right, it comes out so crispy. And I knew this before, but for some reason I've been not exporting my images right, and they came out looking good, but this, next level, guys, next level. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, stay tuned for tomorrow's video. You guys are going to love this. Just stay tuned, all right? All right.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?